Hello, my name is Peregrine. Last video did astoundingly badly, so old reliable it is. It's Overwatch time. This video is going to be about the gameplay of the game at the moment, and how I think the balance is going. I am by no means a very good player at the game, but I have like a reasonably good grasp on the community consensus. I've got enough experience playing at all ranks to the point where I'm pretty sure I can help inform anyone who might be starting out, or wants to improve, or like things like who to ban, who to practice, and who's good at different ranks. The Overwatch 2026 revival patches have been spectacular so far, and me and the boys have been having a great time playing the game, most of the time anyway. This video will be going over the tanks, because I don't want to upload a 2-hour special. However, I will have to say something before we get into the tank related content, and that is, whoever came up with the idea of adding healing reduction to all damage is a fucking genius. Actual perfection. It completely fixes the issues in regards to no one fucking dying, and that was a huge problem in Overwatch, and is currently a problem in Marvel Rivals. I legitimately believe that whoever did that should be getting like thousands of dollars as a bonus this year as a reward for what I think is a considerable amount of what brought people back to the game. Now, anyway, the tanks. Diva, as always, is doing incredible at the moment and will forever stay a must-learn tank for any tank player. At any rank, really. Her versatility is unmatched in the game and can be reasonably used against any tank. Defense Matrix is still one of the best abilities in the game, and her mobility is maybe second or third best in the tank category. If anything, she might be a little overtuned at the moment, so maybe we could move some armor and health around, kind of work on that survivability, but honestly, Overwatch is at its best when Diva is viable. Overall, like A+, no notes. Domin is a fantastic new addition to the lineup. Her ability to poke and brawl is incredible, her kit is incredible. It uses a lot from other characters in new and interesting ways. However, she is incredibly powerful and in dire need of some serious number changes. If you're around gold and wanting an easy out of plat or from plat to diamond, I recommend picking up Domin, if she's ever not banned, that is. Domin's main strength at the moment is her broken passive, which heals her when she does ability damage using her E and shift, and if you've picked the right perk, her barrier as well. So make sure to cycle your abilities right and manipulate her insanely annoying barrier, and you can just live forever. If I was to balance her, I'd probably reduce the sections of her barrier down to maybe 3 big boxes, and then reduce the amount of shield she gets back from her passive, or entirely remove her passive, to be honest. Doomfist, as always, is in a particularly strange state at the moment. He's very feast or famine, where only the one tricks can really force any value out of Doom, but to be quite honest, that's really what Doomfist should be. He's an incredibly high skill floor character, so he deserves to have high value when used correctly. Plus, with Mitsuki now in the game, you can basically have an entire team dedicated to hard countering Doom. So I'd say at this point, kind of no necessary changes to Doom. Good work. Hazard is a difficult character to talk about. His god-awful design, annoying voice, and obnoxious damage dealing block makes it hard to give a neutral take on him. He's completely ass at the moment, but at the same time, I kind of like not having to play against him. So if he really needs changing, maybe you could tighten the spread on Bone Spur, which is his primary fire. It doesn't say damage up close, but it's ass pretty much anywhere else. Junker Queen is another difficult character to discuss due to how divisive a gameplay can be. She's essentially more of a third DPS with no real proper tanking capabilities. She's designed to play very selfishly, which can be a huge issue when balancing tanks, because if you touch her up just a little bit too far, she becomes an unstoppable juggernaut. And if you neglect her, she becomes a complete throw pick. At the moment, I think she's in a fairly balanced state, so, no notes again. Mauga is in the perfect position at the moment. Zero changes necessary. Mauga's playstyle is that of a complete meathead, 0 IQ, just going for pure, unadulterated, sadistic glory, but easily counterable when you put your mind to it. Low skill floor, low skill ceiling. Chef's kiss. Orisa is, yet again, in a good spot at the moment. Forever stalwart in her ability to stand still on the point and hold it down. Forever the defender of Numbani and her team. Her perks and team comp allow her to have a few different playstyles, but she lacks the ability to really take over the game by herself, which is good. Orisa's hero fantasy is not that of a brutal killer, rather a protector, and her kit is made with that in mind. If you're looking to rank up in the lower ranks but lack things like aim or carry potential yourself, or if you're looking for a tank to absolutely cuck dive compositions, Orisa is always your girl, another must learn for all tank players. Ramattra is in a good spot as well, however I have immense beef with this character. As a low rank shitter, I view Ram as a completely uncounterable tank. The only option left is just go around him, which is really difficult when he keeps running into you. Annihilation and Nemesis form are wildly overpowered, which yes I understand is the point, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's not fun for A, the enemy team being unable to kill him when he holds right click, and B, the Ram player who is sat there holding right click. If you want to go from Masters to GM, then by all means learn Ramattra, but warning, you won't be having any fucking fun, and everyone will take the piss out of you for playing Ramattra. But, you know, on the bright side, his voice actor does a spectacular job, so that's got to count for something. Reinhardt is shit. Roadhog? Nah, joking, okay. Ryan is in a bad spot like he perpetually is, but in all honesty I think that might be for the betterment of the game. It took a long time for me to come to grips with it, but I think Overwatch is usually in a good state when Ryan is a very situational pick. Similar to Mauga, he is an incredibly basic beginner level tank, and this low skill floor should be met with an equally low skill ceiling. By the time you hit plat, I think you should be out of your Reinhardt phase. However, I wouldn't say no to one season of just absolute giga-buffed Ryan just for a laugh. Roadhog was a low skill floor, low skill ceiling, and low reward character. A perfect hero for beginners to get a grip for the game, self-sufficient enough to carry at low ranks, and fucking worthless at high ranks. Perfectly balanced to serve his design, until this mid-season patch where Team 4 does their patented classic, "Oh well, I think heroes should be good at all ranks" horseshit, and made Roadhog deserving of the moniker of the one-man apocalypse. I highly doubt this buff will last long given the visceral reaction I've seen so far, and I really wouldn't advise learning Roadhog unless you're low gold and below. He ceases to have any value past mid-gold when he's correctly balanced. I've never quite understood why Team 4 do this whole good at every rank type thing, and try and level out the characters. In my opinion, it's healthy to have heroes good at differing skill levels, and it provides a clear progression, but hey, whatever gets the Mercy skin selling, I guess. Sigma is just broken. Just straight to the point here. His survivability is too strong, his damage is too strong, his crowd control is too strong, his ability to hold space is too strong, and his mobility is now okay because of the new perk. There's no reason as a tank player to not have Sigma in your arsenal of tanks right now. If you're looking to go from Bronze to Silver or GM to Champion, simply learn Sigma before he gets nerfed. I genuinely haven't seen Sigma like this since his release. It's a dreadful shame Talon are taking advantage of him because he'd be a massive help to Overwatch in this condition. Winston is fine, he always will be. No matter how many things you throw at Winston, he'll always find a way to be that fucking guy. No matter how shotgun friendly the meta might be, Winston mains will always pick watchpoint and bumfuck the opponent into submission. That's my fucking main right there. Fucking those guys. Wrecking Ball is still Wrecking Ball. I have no idea what to say about him. He's kind of in the same position as Doomfist, where only people who play him understand him and get value, so I guess take what I said about Doom and repeat it here. But can we bring that perk that gave Wrecking Ball the flanker passive? That shit was fucking cool. Also, Multi-Ball is genius and hilarious. Good job, dev team. Zarya just came off a patch of domination, but still remains pretty strong. The hero fantasy of absolutely fucking lasering opponents down was hindered somewhat by the damage being nerfed, which in my honest opinion was completely the wrong choice. You see, the thing about Zarya is she's designed to scale off the intelligence of the player, with optimal bubble usage rewarding Zarya high damage and the ability to solo carry. However, these perks that she's had recently that either interrupt the charge reduction or just flat out increase the charge has made it so even the stupidest Zarya players, such as myself, can maintain high energy. Instead of nerfing the damage she outputs, which affects all Zarya players, you should probably be nerfing the ability to maintain high charge. This way that high level and highly skilled Zarya players are rewarded for intelligent bubble usage, and brain-dead chimps don't have solo carry potential. Before we end the video, I'm going to talk about the Bruiser roll passive, in that I can't fucking remember what it is. Something about crit hit reduction and move speed at certain health? Genuinely zero fucking effect. Most of the roll passives have notable effects, and this one just fucking sucks. Everyone else got something cool, but Bruiser's essentially just got a giant middle finger to the face and fuck off. But honestly, this is the best Overwatch has been in a long time. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and every tank has another tank or playstyle that can be used to counter it. Some people hate the counter-swapping culture, but I honestly consider it a massive boost to Overwatch when someone can express themselves on a variety of different heroes and punishing one-tricks. At the moment, no tanks need a major rework, which is genuinely incredible work for how much the game's fundamentals have changed over the past year. Incredible work, Team 4. Please keep up the good work, and for everyone watching, have a great day. Bye bye.